I'll say this movie gives me a lot of inspiration and hope and shows that literally anything is possible. I mean, this movie went to theaters. It's got sci-fi channel graphics of a demon face coming out of the clouds going, "Ugh." Hey everybody, welcome to KM Reviews. I am Niddleman. I have the pleasure of bringing you a review for The Hurricane Heist. I mean, the title of the movie, The Hurricane Heist, March 9th, get the money. I mean, this movie, you gotta know what you're getting into when you go to this thing. This is not a serious movie. If you're going to expect a serious heist movie or a serious storm movie, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. This is a sci-fi channel special weekend movie that somehow made it to theaters because it has Toby Kebbell in it, who, if you're not sure who he is, he's been in like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and stuff like that. But look, this movie, man, I don't even know where to begin. Everything about it is so wow. I mean, you can pick apart everything about this movie. There's scenes where it's so windy that cars are moving and buildings are like exploding, but their hair doesn't even like blow around. It's like, how did you guys miss that? You got people typing on computers and they like show them typing on the computers, but like nothing is happening on the screen. You know, you got horrible ADR, which is where they record the voices of the actors afterwards and like try to line it up. But man, there's especially a scene at the beginning of this movie in this storm center where this one girl was talking. It didn't line up very well at all. It was very poorly done. I mean, everything in this movie was bad. The dialogue especially. I mean, almost every single line in this whole movie is like some sort of one-liner or a failed joke of some kind. I mean, at one point they're kind of driving along and it's bumpy. And he's like, careful, you're going to ruin someone's tobacco cup. And she's like, a little less cancer in the world. And someone's like, my arm's busted. Give me a Vicodin. What kind of peanut butter is that? Is that Jiffy? No, they call me Skippy. So I'd eat Skippy or whatever the fuck. I don't remember. It was just dumb. And I haven't even got to the plot of this movie, which is like the most amazing part. Because this is like a dollar store version of like Den of Thieves, which if you saw that movie, I actually really liked that movie. But it has kind of the same general bank heist premise where you have all this money that's going to be like shredded and turned into confetti, so they're just going to steal that money instead of shredding it, which actually isn't too bad of an idea, except in Den of Thieves the security protocol around that was really like intense and they had to have some serious planning in store for that. At this facility in this random town somewhere where there's like this building with like trillions of dollars just like laying around, there's no accountability for this money at all. They just have like generic semis carrying it in that don't even have like bulletproof glass, which you find out later. Literally they just have like money laying around and like on the conveyor belts and stuff. Like you could literally just walk around and just like swag a little bit and like put it in your pocket. Nobody would ever know because there's no accountability for the money. So I don't even know why they tried to rob it. Shoot, just every day going to work and just like swipe a little bit here and there and you'll be rich in no time. But regardless, there's this inside job and this guy tries to use the timing of the hurricane when everyone's kind of like gone and like recruits the cops onto his side to like steal this money. And little do they know, Maggie Grace's character is going to be the one stand-up person who's going to stop him. Except she's more like the bad guy in this movie. Because realistically, the guy who's running this bank heist, he's trying not to shed any blood. Literally, they're like using tranquilizer darts and like kind of zip tying people up. Like, hey, we don't want to hurt anybody. We just want the money. And it's like, okay, so you got this guy who's not hurting anybody, who just wants some money that's going to be shredded anyways during a hurricane. Whatever. Okay, fine. But what does she do? She starts fucking murdering them. Like, literally, like, they're not trying to kill her at all. They actually need her alive. They're not hurting anybody. And she starts, like, picking them off, basically. She's, like, killing them. Her and the meteorologist, Toby Kebbell, who becomes, like, this die-hard action villain all of a sudden. They're, like, picking these guys off. They're killing cops. They're killing these bank heist guys who aren't hurting anybody, which obviously pisses them off. And now they're trying to shoot at them and stuff. But it's like, you guys set this in motion. They were just trying to be like some harmless criminals here. Hey, send them to jail or take their picture and turn them in later, put them on the run. But you're now risking your lives and risking all these other people's lives for what? for some money that was going to get shredded anyways. Like, you got a hurricane to worry about, you got other shit to worry about. I didn't understand the priorities of these heroes at all. Like, I understand her wanting to do her job and protect this money, but it did not warrant murdering and killing all these people that she was doing. And not only that, but the way they kill people in this movie is hilarious. I mean, Toby Kebbell, this meteorologist, basically uses the hurricane as his weapon. Like, at one point, when it's super windy and their hair's not blowing, that he's taking like hubcaps and like throwing it into the wind until it like smashes into people's chests and they die and stuff like that. It's like, at one point they shoot the roof out of like this glass roof out of this mall, and it like sucks everyone out of there and they die. You know, it's like, wow, guys, wow, that happened. But while I like hated everything that was happening in this movie, it was done in one of those ways for me that was hilarious. It's the kind of bad that's funny. It's not like Wrinkle in Time bad that's just like annoying bad and you're mad you're in the theater. This is more like the kind of bad that, like, if you're drunk with your friends, you can laugh at this movie so much and make fun of every single thing that happens in this movie. Every piece of dialogue, the bad CGI, the bad acting, everything in this movie you can laugh at. And for that reason, I'm going to give this movie a Friends with Benefits. No depth, but it can be fun. So guys, what's one of your favorite bad but entertaining movies? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you do not have the Stardust app yet, please download that and follow me at KM Reviews, because that's one of these apps that's starting to become really popular in the review world, where basically anybody can upload their reactions, you guys included, and it's like 30 seconds or less. It's kind of like Snapchat of movie reviews. It's pretty interesting. Now, you can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Niddleman, and stay tuned for more movie reviews and trailer reactions if you can handle it. Go.